Okay, today is going to be a little bit different. As I draw Korra, I want to talk about how some people out there don't like how they didn't continue the storyline with Aang. But really, what were they gonna do? Like, okay, think of it like this: you have all the nations now working together because of the Avatar. So pretty much, you couldn't have a war. So what direction we're gonna go? Because I've seen some people say, well, I wanted to see Zuko find his mom. I would have too, but you really couldn't make a whole episode out of that. They could have just had like a big celebration to end it, but really, it would have almost been a waste. Color the eye some, but let's be honest. There was no real way they could have continued the storyline from right then and there. I mean, they probably didn't have to go 70 years to the future to have Aang and them dead, but I really think the new series is going to be pretty decent. I don't think people should write it off, only because really I believe that the creators kind of ran out of ideas for Aang and them. So setting it far apart, they're able to allow new people to come in, new conflicts to start up. But one thing I am very happy they decided to do is to allow metal bending to become more widespread. I would have been so mad if the new series didn't even mention it. I'd have been like, come on. Which makes me wonder, is Korra gonna know metal bending or not? She should, but I think it would be more interesting if she didn't at first. That way she has some sort of challenge from the police. But we'll have to wait and see. But I would like to know, whatever happened to Sokka? Like, did he and Suki have kids or whatever? I mean, Toph, Zuko, and Aang obviously did. But Sokka, they don't say anything. I'm just like, okay. But I noticed one of the twins, is it twins? Yeah, one of them pretty much takes Sokka's place as the funny god, so more semi-bad jokes, which is always fun. I believe Appa's still in it, or it could be another flying bison. Really, I hope it is Appa, but then again, I hope it isn't. I hope it's like Appa's descendants or something, so the bison could come back. That in, a lot of people have been putting up weird drawings of an older version of Aang. Now, the only problem with those are they're not giving him wrinkles. They're just like giving him a beard and more hair, and I'm just like, look at his son, and Aang still looks younger than his son. I'm like, he probably died around, I want to say, between 1680. So he has to have wrinkles. So I might draw Aang much older, but I'm not really sure about that. But with the new series, it made me so happy that pretty much go buy all the Aang toys that you can. They will become collector's items, because if this series does good and the creators keep working on it with Nick, all the original Avatar tours could become collector's items in a few years. You never know. But I just hope if they do the second Avatar movie, don't have M. Night Shyamalan as the director. No, like, the name change, I gave leeway to. Like with every movie, I give a little leeway, but you hear so many small children say, "No, it's not Ung, it's Aang." I'm just like, yeah, I'm not about to explain this. I don't really care. But he really shouldn't have rewrote the story line at all. It really got on my nerves. And really, waterbending should not have been that slow. Like, what they need to do is get David Yates from the Harry Potter series, since Harry Potter's done. Get him. Or get the director from the Transformers series. Get one of them to do it. That they will make the movie so much better. Shyamalan is a hack. I don't care. If you like his films, you have no taste whatsoever. You need to slap yourself. Like, he was good at first, but now it's like he just needs to stop writing. Like, seriously, stop writing. The storyline was fine. You should have left penguin sledding in it. No one, I have not seen anybody complain about that, but I'm just like, come on, penguin sledding. No, and to be honest, I kind of got a little mad when people complaining that there's no black people in the movie, and I'm like, well, there were no black people in the cartoon, so if you weren't complaining about the cartoon, shut up about the movie. That and he just butchered the storyline by getting rid of the Kyoshi Wars. I mean, they were in episode 4, so I hope Nick replaces him, saves the trilogy. That and his own daughters are supposedly fans, so I'm just like, you let down your own kids with this movie, sir. Just shoot yourself. That in, like I wonder when they're gonna debut Aang's ghost in the new series. Like it's obvious it's gonna happen. I mean, if they don't, that's like a fail in itself. I mean, like, I know it's not about Aang, but as many times as you showed Roku, you can at least show Aang one time in the new series, helping her out. Well, they pretty much have to, cause he's the one that's pretty much gonna have to tell her where his children are. Cause with the revolt, killing off the airbenders would probably be the easiest thing they could do, because there's only three of them, and there's only four of them, and three of them are children. So, and the only advantage Aang's family has going for him is, other than Avatar, who alive has fought and won against an airbender? But if they don't have Aang in it, I'm going to protest. I'm going to write hate mail. I encourage everyone else to write hate mail. I totally skipped on her eye. Not her eye, her ear. Oh well, I'll get back to that in a minute. But I really like the whole Republic City thing. I thought that was special. Really, I would like it to be like like for it to be like on an artificial island and like in the middle of the map between all four nations, so it's easily accessible to everybody. That in, I wonder what the Fire Nation is like now, because usually it was like a brainwashed society, pretty much like a police state. Like, what is the government like? They really haven't said that at all. Is it like, do they have like an oligarchy, like someone from each nation minus the air nomads, obviously, in charge or what? So, and I'm pretty much wondering how many people in the city hate metal bending. Really, they need to. I hope they explain this before the series comes out. If they don't, they don't. But really, I think they feel threatened by the element benders, especially even still. People probably still fear the Fire Nation, even though it's 70 years later. But really, if Republic City looks like this, they really should go to all the other locations like Ba Sing Se, Omashu. I wonder what they look like now. I mean, it'd be pretty stupid if Republic City is the only one to have skyscrapers. But my only problem with that is it looks a little too modern. Like I always saw like the Avatar world like closer to the Stone Age. But probably because they had all the wars. But I like Aang's statue. It looks really awesome. Then again, I don't even know if Aang actually lived to be old, now that I think about it. He probably died maybe around his 50s, because he was frozen for 100 years, so you think the wear and tear that from his body would be enough to let him die earlier than normal. But I also heard a rumor if that Azula might be alive. I've been looking to find any more information on this. If anybody knows, leave a comment below for me. I would really like to know if she's alive or not. I don't think she is, but you never know. That and some of my classmates, they they just found out about it, and this one girl was really angry when she found out that Aang was dead. She just I thought this girl was about to kill me. And I was just like, chill out. We're in college. Don't attack me. If you got a complaint, go complain to Nickelodeon. But that wraps it up for this video. Stay tuned next week for my next one. Remember, sketch, erase, subscribe.